Good morning, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us today. I'm Ryan Armani.
And I'm Dina Santafanti. Let's get right to it. Lions fans, it's never been better than this, right? Our team in first place, winning 11 games in a row.
But season ticket holders feeling a bit frustrated after finding out they're in for another price hike. Fox 2's Robin Murdoch live outside Ford Field with more reaction. Good morning to you, Robin.
Good morning, Ryan and Dina, and you can say that again and again and again. They are certainly frustrated. You might remember last year, for the first time in 5 years, the Lions actually raised their season ticket prices, and they are at it again. And these season ticket holders are really having a tough time rationalizing, digging deeper into their pockets just to see the Lions play in person, because for some of them, that's going to cost about $1,000. So the struggle is real. Do they pay up, or do they give up and watch the Lions from their couch?
I love the era we're in. I'm a little discouraged by the price to be in the building.
Like the sign on the front of Ford Field so eloquently says, it takes more grit, more heart, more fight, and now more money to watch the hottest team in the NFL play in person. For longtime Lions fan Shane Sperling, that means dishing out a lot of green to see a sea of Honolulu blue from the season seats.
I've had my ticket since Stafford was our quarterback, and then going through this wonderful Jared Goff era, but it's just crazy to see that we're jumping so high, and it does feel like we're not exactly thinking about the fan base.
This is the email that went out to that fan base that currently includes about 56,000 season ticket holders for the 12-1 Lions. Every seat will see an increase, the average price roughly 30%. According to the team, it's not to price people out, but rather to stabilize the market and the inflated figures on those resale sites.
I would have to consider probably moving the seats. I love where I sit. I love my section. I love the angle and everything, but the price point that it's at, I feel like I might need to move back to the second or the higher bowls.
The Lions season ticket team tells us they will work with faithful fans to find something that fits their budget and keeps them in the stands at Ford Field. That is where the Lions, with a franchise record of 11 wins in a row, will face the Buffalo Bills in T-minus 2 days. That ticket the most expensive in football right now.
I don't know how well I could justify the current price. Diehard fan, just a crazy jump, $1,000 jump in one season.
And as you know, that game against the Buffalo Bills here at Ford Field starts at 4:25 on Sunday. And I did check online at some of those secondary sites, those resale sites, and the cheapest tickets that I could find are going for right around $340 plus right now. The most expensive ticket I found was right around $3,000. We are live here outside Ford Field. I'm Robin Murdoch, Fox 2 News.
And Robin, you know, one way to combat the additional cost for Lions fans is to perhaps, and I've heard a couple of people talking about this, maybe sell a game or two on that secondary market and kind of make up for those additional prices.
Yeah, you know, I have heard a lot of people actually doing that this year after the prices went up last year. And that gentleman that you heard from in my piece, he is also talking about possibly reselling some of his tickets to kind of recoup some of the costs. But when you look at some of the figures, there is a 96% renewal rate. So the Lions really don't have much of a problem selling those season tickets. We'll just have to see if that continues to hold true. Back to you, Ryan.
Hottest ticket in town, no doubt. Thanks so much, Robin. Dina?
We do have some breaking news this morning in Oak Park. A house fire sending a plume of smoke into the sky. You can see it right there. This is at Seneca and Kenwood, just north of 9 Mile. It appears the home was under construction at the time. There are no reports of any injuries, thankfully. A 17-year-old boy is rushed to the hospital after a shooting on Detroit's east side. Police say someone walked up to the teen last night on Cadieux near I-94 and shot him. The 17-year-old is last listed in stable condition. So far, though, no arrests.
4 students in Detroit sent to the hospital after eating edibles. The district says 7 students at Crockett Midtown High School ate them. The student who brought the edibles to school will not be allowed back. School officials reminding parents to talk to their kids about drug use and if they have edibles at home, to keep them locked up. A man being held at the Highland Park Jail is facing additional charges, accused of assaulting an officer and trying to escape. The police chief says the man was being transported to another part of the facility yesterday morning when he overpowered the officer and locked himself in a closet. The man never made it out of the jail. Officers had to tase him to get him back in handcuffs. That officer who was attacked is expected to be okay.
And a semi-truck driver arrested for reckless driving after crashing into two state police cruisers. Some troopers were investigating a crash yesterday morning on I-75 near the 11-mile ramp in Royal Oak when a semi lost control and hit a state police SUV. The force of that impact sent the SUV crashing into an occupied squad car. The rig continued on its path before finally crashing into a vehicle involved in the original crash. Then it came to arrest. One trooper suffered minor injuries and is expected to be okay. A young boy in Warren gets the surprise of a lifetime when Santa comes rolling up to his house.
And this year it means even more as he waits for his police officer dad to come home after a life-changing injury. Fox 2's Scott Walchek with more on that story.
Sirens, lights, and a commotion around the corner. A surprise Christmas parade for 7-year-old Jack Cott. Look, even Santa showed up in a SWAT vehicle.
Jack, how you doing tonight?
Jack's the son of Warren police officer Nick Cott, who was hurt after falling out of a tree stand while hunting last month, losing all feeling below his neck.
Been an uphill battle to say the least.
Officer Cott is recovering at an out-of-state hospital with his wife at his side. A hard situation for any kid, any parent. That's why the police department wanted to make Jack's Christmas extra special.
Jack, all these guys are your dad's friends. Many of them came all the way from Warren. They wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Jack and his friends surprised and given presents.
We brought some gifts too. Mrs. Claus, can you help? Ready? Good catch.
The parade was live streamed to Officer Cott and his wife so they could watch. The message from the department to Officer Cott and his family.
You're going to be taken care of as long as we're here. You're part of our family. You'll always be part of our family, and family takes care of family.
In Warren, Scott Walchek, Fox 2 News.
Hitting the streets to help those fighting addiction in Detroit. A look behind the scenes of the city's recently launched opioid response program. That's coming up.
I'm meteorologist Lori Pinson. Cold to start, cold to finish. Daytime highs just into the teens, maybe even the low 20s, but we do have a warm-up coming our way. I'll tell you when to expect it. It's coming up a little bit later on. Stay with us.